now, and we are live.
Yeah.
And we're sort of in the middle of a dungeon as of the beginning or end of last session, beginning of this session. So we're just gonna dive right in. You guys are in a dungeon.
We're in a dungeon.
You're in a dungeon. And you cannot get out at the moment. You're kind of stuck here. You know that there are teleports on the floor. And yeah, that's pretty much what you know.
A lot of us are in a bad way, so
yeah,
we need to.
Oh, yeah. Casting this up myself while we're waiting.
What is the current time?
You know what? I have an idea on how we might be able to get a long rest without actually needing to take a long rest. Do you remember that song?
Has it been a week yet? Oh no, it's been like 3 months. So here's where we get into the nitty gritty details. Question, GM, the Song of Awakening.
It is per passage of time for the person playing it, not the outside.
That was my question. Is is it based on?
I know your tricksy ways.
A couple days. We did spend a bit of time in the village, though. I just don't know exactly how long.
Only a couple of
2 days. 2 days, and how long it took us to get down to the door.
I don't think it's been a full week yet, unfortunately.
No, it definitely has not been a full week for you to be able to use the song.
It was worth an idea.
Yeah.
Worth a shot. I can't word right now.
So as for time,
ask what's the current time?
So I actually need a survival check because I intentionally paused the clock when you guys came in here and have been tracking it secretly because you have no idea and you have no way to tell that. So I actually need survival checks.
You want that secret or?
I want to.
The survival check does not need to be secret.
Now, my question: does anybody have the sense time cantrip?
That's a critical success.
There are.
Does it?
That's part of why I started doing some of the secret timekeeping because
none of us have that.
Well, some people do have stuff like that sometimes on characters. I can't actively track with all the variant rules and stuff. I cannot track what everyone has at every time, so I try to just leave stuff where it's if someone has it, fine. If not, then you guys are making survival checks and hoping somebody succeeds the DC, which you all did, right? It's not a super difficult thing. So for literally every one of you,
untrained improvisation kicks in automatically.
Has succeeded. It's no one critically succeeded, so you don't know exact. But
I got a better choice with the +2 from my performance of incompetence.
30 get to a critical.
No, 30 does not get to a critical. Unfortunately,
Daigle rolled the highest, so yeah.
Yeah, Daigle would know it's closing in on midnight.
Wow, we've been here a while.
Well, you guys came in about. You guys came in around 10, so you've been in here somewhere ballpark around 2 hours.
Oh. I realized we came in at night. Okay.
Well, yeah, because we finished all our stuff during the day, I guess. Right? We did we did a day of downtime and then came inside.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, and I think that I don't think that anyone thought it was going to be as rough in here as it ended up being.
Yeah.
As well. So
splitting up is the
the drained condition really it's what's
splitting up was a bad idea.
Splitting up. Well, I'm going to point the finger at splitting up.
So I think what we do is I'm going to make a round of medicine checks on everyone, just to get a little bit extra HP. and then we all get a night's rest so we can get rid of one of our drained stacks. If anyone's got any spell slots or anything to burn, let's do that too.
That's for Dangle, but bam.
I do have some spell slots. So my question is, do we feel like we will be able to get a full sleep here?
We're gonna have to.
So,
like, that's kind of the thing. It's like, I don't know.
So here's my question.
If we may not be able to get the full night.
So this room that we're in, there's no other enemies in here as far as we can tell. And actually, Zale, before we settle down, Daigle will walk the room with his lantern, just making sure there's nothing invisible or ethereal as well. Just to be sure that we're alone in this room, because I don't think so. The feral shadows that we've encountered appear to they just kind of hang out until a living person walks near them. I don't think they're going to come through the portals. They don't have the mental capacity to do that anymore. The only thing we would be worried about is the non-feral shadows, and they're not hostile to us anyway. We've kind of made friends, sort of.
Also, question: is anything? Are there undead within 100 feet of me? Like, basically, is my shield glowing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, boop.
The only, like, if you wander around here, the only place that I think that it would go off would be, let me click you.
Also, we want to get rid of that urge marker.
There's healing for Alistair.
Yay.
Are you serious? I'm sorry, Kinos.
Yeah, so like right over in here, in this corner up here, would be the only place that your shield does not glow.
Alright.
I only need a 3 to succeed on a treat wounds, and of course I get the critical fail. That 14 was for Delith, unless that's going to overtop you, and then would it be alright if I take that?
Did anybody else see the stupid motherfucker cut me?
I apologize. It was an accident.
I do need a secret perception from everybody.
Secret perception, you say?
Uh-huh.
Rack, would
Sir Nunos be able to roll this as well? Like, because he does have like imprecise senses that are short range, but
so he would, but
that would not fully top me off.
Don't think that.
Go ahead and take that for yourself then.
He would be able to roll it, but I don't think that he would even know that it was. It's not something I think an animal would notice or give a shit about.
All right,
kind of, right?
Yeah, like I was basically seeing like is something coming towards us or a sound, because like basically that'd be the only way you could kind of tell me.
No,
right?
nothing like that. This is a very like subtle thing.
Yeah, this is more like I got a weird feeling. Also, I think yeah, I did.
Yeah. Look at some things. So 2 people saw that.
No, also, can we get some tunes going?
Yeah.
Sneak around this thing.
Alright, there you go. And yeah, let me get some player music going.
Alistair is going to hit Kynos up with that healing.
I know. Alistair, thank you for the healing. Would you step here, please?
And yeah, your
Delith,
suspicions
yeah,
are
and
confirmed as you.
Delith, will you take one step back, please?
Alistair kind of frowns at Kynos.
And Daigle, would you step forward 2 steps, please?
Here.
Yep. And Rolly, would you mind stepping in front of me?
In front of you?
Yeah. I don't know if the rest of you guys noticed this, but it seems like these walls or whatever they are don't like Alistair and Daigle so much, but they follow Delith wherever he goes. And Rolly, they seem to not even notice.
Yeah, and the same with you. Like they don't pay. It's literally just the veins in the floor and
Me
walls. As you guys like are watching, as he like points it out. As Delith walks, they will sort of like reconfigure themselves ever so slowly and kind of like bunch up around him. Whereas, and then they seem to almost purposefully like avoid.
Turn up to the wall. And the squiggles seem to pull away. I couldn't think of a better term than squiggle.
Sounds about right.
I mean, I can try putting out my lantern. See what it does. But what about you, Kanos? Does it are they like gathering around Kanos, or are
just
they
like just like Rolly is? They don't seem to be interested in me in any way.
I think it could be based on who we are. Since
Yes, I imagine that's the case.
no. I mean,
our heritage.
Our heritage, yes, our ancestry. Because Alistair and I we are descendants from the originators, and Kanos and well, I'm not sure where Aurelius's people originate from, but Kanos is one of what I think they would consider to be the beast folk. And then Delith is...
that is an interesting point. So, Rolius, you would know... actually, give me a society check to see what you would know. Society or religion. To see what you would know about the history of where your people come from.
You know what you know?
Society or religion, you say?
Like, I don't want to roll either.
Secret?
No, you can be out in the open.
I'm actually pretty decent in society.
Oh, with a
Um,
19, yeah.
That is a critical success, actually.
Where I comes from.
You know that your people came to this land on boats from the north. And you would also know that when your people arrived, everything was already messed up. Your people came after the fall.
Though being not native to these lands, it could be that whatever the forces are that are within these walls.
I'm sorry, somebody came down and talked to me. I came to
Um,
the land on boats.
yeah,
You're an
boats
immigrant.
from the north, and your people came after the fall. Everything was already messed up.
You're
when
not
your people
native,
showed up.
basically.
So
But I have no idea, like, from where.
yeah, no, you don't know from where. You just know from the north. Like you're talking about your people's sort of like early ancient history, like legend type stuff. For
So
that,
how long would we have been like here?
5,000 plus years ish. The fall was between 6,000 and 7,000 years ago. So, and your people showed up
well
after
the
that,
fall,
but yeah,
basically,
well after,
yeah.
but it's still been a long time. And then Kanos, you can give me society or religion for your people as well, because I don't think we've got into that.
Do I get to use the lantern implement here, or no?
It's not a visual check.
Yeah, so
Oh,
no.
okay. Damn.
Still a success, but not a critical success. So you would know that your people were created by the gods, but rebelled and fled into the mountains before the fall.
Okay. But we're not originators. We were created by originators. Is that right? Okay, understand.
And then
Yeah.
basically, as far as the ancients go, there were two big groups, and that like Dagel's people pretty much descend from one of the groups, and Alistair's people descend from the other. That are sort of like direct descendants of the gods.
I don't know if we've asked this yet or not. Is the architecture in here similar to anything that the ancients did, or is this wholly different?
No, this is wholly different.
Okay.
The architecture here is almost verbatim the same architecture that you encountered in the realm of the Council of Foxes, but the colors are different.
And you may need a check for this. We're not inside the Delith anymore, are we? I don't think we're in Kansas anymore,
Elith
Toto.
might be able to do a check for that. I don't know if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would need an awakened dungeon lore from Delith for that.
Pagan.
And this is kind of an important check. You may want to hero point it.
Oh boy.
Oof. Was neither one was a success.
Maybe if I just double down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not doomed, one,
Yeah, I'm not doomed.
and the meme train cometh. So the answer to that, the true answer, pretty much required a critical success. Because the answer is both yes and no. You are still in the Delith, but this is not necessarily part of or supposed to be here. The closest thing that I could sort of equate it to is in terms of like, it's a tumor. Yeah, it's a tumor.
Reading your
It's
mind.
not a tumor.
Yeah.
It's a tumor.
Yeah, it's like this is what
not
a
a tumor.
tumor in an awakened dungeon looks like, basically.
Yeah, so it's part of you, but at the same time, it
Mr.
probably
Stark, I
shouldn't
don't
be
feel
there.
so good.
Which explains that explains why the lines are so interested in Delith.
Yeah.
And why they avoid us. Well, not so much why they avoid us.
Also, with that crit, and the links you went to get it, you think that this is the reason for your memory problems and the reason why you didn't wake up for so long, so on and so forth. You think that like sort of everything that's gone wrong with you is because of this.
Need to remove this infection.
Well, let's
Well, let's do some surgery right after we take a nap. Oh, speaking of, we're circling back around to our original question.
So,
is it
you
safe to take a nap here?
So you are not 100%. There's nothing ethereal. There's nothing hidden. And you haven't seen, in the sort of while you've been investigating this, you haven't seen any shadows or anything come wandering through.
So we definitely want to post a watch.
I mean, I was going to say that regardless.
Yeah.
At least one.
I mean, Rolius is basically full and good to go. Like, he'll take the first watch.
And I'll leave my lantern going so that anything that tries to sneak up on us, we'll just know it's there within 30 feet.
Yeah, and I have low light vision, so I can see decent.
Also, sort of in your checking around, you think that this is probably the optimal spot to rest.
Yeah, this is a closed off room. There's no things in here. Come on in here, everybody. I'll check. I'll stay posted up, kind of.
I'm gonna do my best imitation of a statue and sleep.
Yeah. I'll just kind of post up at the front of the hall here and
Really going statue mode right now.
And then
if we are going to try and sleep, then Alistair's going to blast out a couple spells just to get a little more healing out.
True enough.
And then Rolius, give me a perception check.
secret.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So second level heal or 2 action healing for Kanos.
Daigle, that suit was for you.
Oh, thank you.
getting a full time to blast. Another soothe for you.
2 for me.
Hmm.
So Kynos gets 12. Yep. Daigle gets whatever he gets.
One last one for Daigle. Enjoy.
Okay. A piece of candy.
And I'm just going to do 2 3-action heals just for everybody.
When he does that, do we notice if it happens to do any damage to the walls or veins?
It doesn't damage them, but you notice that the veins like recoil
That was a cool effect.
from it. Yo, whoa. Did you guys do the healing to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
That's what throws the errors. I haven't been healing myself.
no, I thought that it had done it to you and was going, whoa. Did they automate that? And then I'm like, nope. Nope.
Peg.
I will hero point my perception if I need to.
I mean, you didn't pass, and you've also failed IRL.
What?
Oh. Hey guys,
Um,
I see
okay.
it.
so here's so, and you don't notice it at first, and then you're like, oh shit, you see the eyes. It doesn't seem to be one of the aggressive ones. And it's just hanging out.
I'm gonna try to speak Norai or Rymor into it.
Which one?
Let's try it. So let elves get languages for their int modifiers. It's very nice.
I don't know how long I'm able to do this. My throat is still pretty raw from being sick.
Fine. You don't have to chill.
But hello.
What is the thing, like, from when I noticed it to like now, it's just like, did it stop when it noticed that I noticed it, or has it just been chilling there for a while?
It's just chilling there.
You notice that it's chilling just out of the light beam from Daigle's lantern? Because I did. But I'm asleep.
How can I help you, friend?
I'm just curious what you all are doing here. We don't get a lot of visitors.
Guess you can call it a bit of cleanup, if you will.
Well, I'm not gonna be a kiss ass like the other schmucks in here.
A kiss ass to whom?
The guy that runs this place is a real piece of work. Don't trust him.
The Fox Lord, you mean, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that
He
the Foxes are quite tricky.
he won't give his name out freely.
Don't we already know his name?
I don't think anyone's ever told us. We just know him as the White Fox.
No, we just know him as okay. Does his name hold some type of power?
That has always been my running theory, but I have nothing to confirm it. Just suspicions.
Are you the only one here who thinks like this?
There are a few others.
I see. Would I know if are we here to directly challenge this guy or assume he's the master of this space, so Rilius would assume so if we have to get rid of the space, but also I don't know, maybe not because it's some weird planar thing I think anyway. So would I have a guess to
I mean, what's your guess, man? Basically, you know what we know. So
what
Yeah, I mean that's kind of.
But removing this White Fox, the master of this place, what kind of effects do you think it would have on this area?
He it's kind of hard to tell with him a shadow in the darkness, but you are pretty sure he shrugs and he's
I don't know. Planar studies were never my thing.
Mine neither, friend.
I was a farmer in my day, if you can believe it.
I can. I was a hunter myself before joining this group.
I only have vague memories, but something. I think I sacrificed myself for a cause.
See, well, hopefully a valiant cause. What excuse me if I find myself at a loss for words. You see, on the outside, your kind is not as amicable, let's say.
They're not always amicable here either.
That's certainly true. But you are not the first. Before coming in here, I had never met any that seemed willing to converse, but you are not the first in here, so it is certainly an interesting change of perspective, if you will.
Yes. I remember a time when many would come to Eldheim. There were cities.
Were you a resident of this Eldheim in life?
No.
I see, so
I was from West Limor.
I see. Well, my people have occupied the ancient Norai lands. I believe we share some borders with Limor or Rymora.
Yes, I had family in that region once upon a time, but I cannot remember their names or faces any longer.
Tell me, what is the daily life of a shadow like, if you don't mind me asking?
Here it is very boring. That is why I am so curious about you lot. We don't get many visitors. In Eldheim, it was not much different from life in the material realm.
Is this Eldheim that you speak of, is that the space that is bleeding into this one?
Eldheim is the world of shadows. The shadow plane.
I see. And so this place is or at least this corruption, if you will, is not from the shadow plane?
No. No, we were brought here as servants.
And this is... That is interesting. That means this space is solely created and ran by the White Fox. Would that assessment be accurate, do you think?
Yes. I have served 2 of the foxes in my time, and their realms are always like this. And always with the white trees outside.
Yes, we noticed them as well. I wonder what their purpose is here. Would you know?
They bind the magic of this place. There was another here, many years ago. He told me much of the white trees. He said that they bound magic to places.
See, who was this other visitor?
Again, I cannot remember his name. Or his face. Only a few conversations that we had.
I see. Do you remember what they were here for?
They were here to bargain with the master, but I cannot remember how the bargaining went.
You say you have served 2 of the Voxes. Do you know the name of your other lord?
It was another of the male foxes. A blue fox. but his name escapes me. Names are always the first thing to fade.
Now, I'm assuming that Kainos has kind of told us about his stint in the Fox realm, right? Kind of when we all got to the other side,
Yeah.
Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What, like, from his stories, like, was there a blue fox like within the council?
Yes.
Okay. I have heard of this blue fox. He sits on a council with 7 others, right? There's 8 there on the council with the 2 missing seats.
There were 9 in total. There were 8 smaller thrones and 1 larger throne.
And 2 of the smaller thrones are missing.
We're empty.
Yeah, he sits on a council with 2 missing thrones. I believe your current master is one of the missing throne sitters, if you will.
The blue fox is trustworthy. I do remember that. He was noble. Even if he was cunning.
How did you find... Oh, go ahead.
I have been too long. I must go. When you come through the area with my brethren, I will make sure that they do not harm you.
I appreciate it.
And he departs.
I imagine Rolius is kind of just like, what just happened? Like, he heard it before, but like now to be like alone while everybody else is asleep, like just one-on-one, like shooting the shit with this shadow, he's like, what just happened to me?
Yeah, and one thing I did forget to say, as he's on his way out, he stops before he steps out of the steps in the teleporter up there, and all you can see are his eyes. He says,
I do not know why, but the white fox fears your hooved friend.
and then steps through the portal and disappears.
Damn right he should.
Rolius will just chuckle to himself, like looks back at like a sleeping Kanos, like I imagine most do.
Which brings me to Kanos. And Kanos' second little vision that he gets.
As he lies there dreaming. Or
yeah, as
do centaurs lay down, or do they lock their kneecaps and stand like horses do when they sleep?
He is always standing, ready to fuck in more ways
so
than one.
He's standing and his torso is just hanging limp.
just hanging over.
Yep.
I imagine that he just, if he's usually when he's outside, I imagine that like they have like a little like T-beam, right? That's like padded, and they just like have it like, you know, in the ground, and they just like kind of lean over on it, you know.
Yeah, so he's just he's using the wall. He's sleeping on the vein right now. That's fucking weird. Hence the dream.
Your dream begins, like sort of with a vision that you've seen before of the Fox Lady in her tower surrounded by shadows atop this floating island, but it's almost like it rewinds and it goes through, like it's going too fast for you to perceive until it slows down, and you're in the halls of this very place where you went to sleep. And you have a sorry. You have a rope around the neck of a white fox man. Like he is your prisoner.
Okay. That doesn't sound like me, but all right.
You have you have a sense that this is somehow like of importance, but that's all you get before you wake up.
So I go away from that knowing that I can't kill him. I must capture him. Would that be well?
I mean,
That's my assumption.
What you take from that vision
Yeah.
is
Is what you take from that vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I would imagine, a couple hours before, like as everybody's just kind of starting to wake up, Rolius grabs him a little bit of sleep, and you guys are full rested up. Everybody can get their long rest in.
Ooh. Everybody take off a stack of. Oh, it does it automatically.
It does it automatically, yeah.
Yeah, since there's the full rest butt kind of thing.
Don't forget to full rest Sir Nunos as well, because he also has drained.
That is true.
And yeah, with
Kynos, what is your level of drained right now?
2.
Is drain just affects health, or does it?
It affects your max HP. It reduces your max. Each stack of drain reduces your max HP by an amount equal to your level. And that's all it does, but it can only be removed by a good night's rest. Or by successfully long resting.
That and con-based checks like
Con
saves.
saves.
I don't like this on me. 4th level restoration on myself.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, he can take down by 2. I was about to say that I do have a scroll that can take that off, but I only have 1.
I'd say hold on to it for now.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Before we get started, anyone that lost the drain condition, you don't get those hit points back automatically from your long rest. So let me do a round of medicine checks.
Important note is if it's a restoration scroll, that takes a minute to cast, so it is not something that you can do in combat.
Oh no, I know
Just
that
so-
it takes a minute to cast. It's just that I only have 1, which means basically I could recover my doomed or my drained or Kynos' drained. Not both.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure you weren't camping it to make sure
No.
you or using combat or something.
No, I know that it takes a minute.
That's for Kanos.
Hey, you actually didn't stab me this time.
Yeah,
Well, I wouldn't
Appreciate
stab you if you didn't
That's-
jerk around.
damn. Well, I tried for certain us.
I mean, you got a 2 HP.
Really need it. Yeah, Sununos gets 2. But
I had an interesting conversation with the Shadow last night, guys.
Oh, what?
That's for Alistair.
Oh, I bet.
What?
He's like, come again for Big Fudge?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Shadow. He just like the ones before that was talking, but he was like way more nonchalant. Just kind of rolled up. I almost didn't see him. But
by the way,
just chatted.
14 hit points for Alistair and 7 for Delith.
He said the white fox is afraid of Kanos.
Interesting. I just had a vision of like holding him prisoner, something. On the flying city with shadows. And it looked like.
So you weren't there. Sorry, I need to clarify. You weren't on the floating city. It was like basically I said like rewinding, but it went like through events too quickly and basically got all the way back to here. And this is the only part of it that you sort of caught.
Okay. So let me rephrase that. if I'm interpreting his vision correctly, I think we will capture him here in this area, and that may be the key to us getting to the Flying City
It may
of
also
Shadow.
be the key of, from what I was talking to, the Shadow. This place, this space that is bleeding into the Delith is basically his space, his realm. So I think taking him out is kind of the move. Either
Removing
way,
him will excise the tumor, as it were.
Yeah,
I would like that, but
I think we'll kill two birds with one stone here.
just aside, how sure are you? Because I'm just saying, shadows have been. We've gotten lucky so far that we've had some benign shadows that are not attacking us. Don't like it, but
This one actively told me that when we come through his area, he will make sure his brethren do not attack us.
and how sure are you? Because we went through this other,
Well, to be honest, I didn't really think to try to
So
say
no-
he was lying.
So you took a Shadow at his word. Is that what you're telling me right now?
No, because there's nothing happening. Even if he is lying, we simply cut them down like we have the rest. It will not change how we move through the dungeon. Just a possible safe point for us. If it's not, then we show them no mercy. I'm just
okay. I was just double checking. I don't want to
Yeah,
be walking into a. We already walked into one
I'm just
version that I don't want to do again.
relaying to you what the Shadow had told me. I was a bit
Flustered, tired.
yeah, flustered, shocked.
Yeah,
Talking
you look tired.
Talking one-on-one with a Shadow is interesting, to say the least.
You do look tired.
Yes, well, I suggest that as we do move through this dungeon, no more splitting up.
I agree with
That
this.
didn't exactly work out very well for us.
Yeah, it was.
If we must scout ahead, perhaps Aurelius can stealth ahead a small distance, see what is down the hallway, and then relay that back to us before engaging. Like we were doing down the hallway before we found you here.
Sounds good to me. I will scout ahead and we will stay as a unit.
All right. It's our target.
Yeah, there's the fox guy that you saw.
He seems like a cool guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hands covered in blood. Yeah, okay.
Trust him with my life.
I see blood. Instant uneasy.
Do we know which
It's the portal up here.
Okay.
Because the one down here is where they were coming through, and then ours was back through that room of pillars. So, as far as I'm aware, that's the only pillar we don't know where it goes. Essuminos squeezes between these pillars.
I will take a look.
Don't go too far.
Hello, friend.
We can't hear you talk. You'll have to come back.
Is this the same?
You
Same one?
think it sounds the same, and he greets you.
Says, hello, friend.
Hello. How was your evening?
And I get like a shadow shrug. It's like,
Boring. It usually is here.
I see. Well, I'm just scouting ahead for my group. You know, making sure everything is kosher.
It is myself and 3 others here. You will be safe. They will not attack you.
All right. Let me. Oh,
Thanos comes in screaming, ah! And then he sees that Rose okay, Aurelius is okay, and like, oh,
here are my my compatriots.
And as Alistair and Daigle come through, he like takes 2 steps back and just like shields his eyes. He's like,
Oh, ugh. Yeah, come on in. You're safe here.
and he's saying this in Rymoran, and
Instant sense motive.
um,
Is there a way I can shutter this lantern so it's like
I understand the language. He can't, already.
yeah, no, you think he's legit,
Okay. I think
and yes, you
as
can.
legit he can be.
yeah. I want to shutter the lantern so it's not as
Change your
offensive
pose.
for our new friends.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can do nothing for my shield.
Thanos scoffs at the word friend.
And he, your friendly shadow steps across, and you can, I think,
Aurelius, how many more shadows is
It's him and 3
besides your
others.
friend?
He told me it was him and 3 others, and from what I'm looking at, it is indeed him and 3 others. There's 4 shadows total here.
and so yeah, I think Daigle can probably understand the conversation that these 2 are having
What are they saying?
as you pass.
It seems that some of these shadows might be going feral, and he's keeping them at bay for us. But also, like, he's trying to help them remember who they are. So,
Feral, you say?
Yeah.
Well, then let us not tarry here then.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Don't want
Next
them to
meal.
lose their self-control, yeah. And Daigle will say in Necrol, we thank you for your assistance.
And your restraint.
And your restraint.
One.
And he will address the shadows that are like that are starting to go feral.
Turning feral, yeah.
Yeah.
Alistair just tries to skirt between them without the light of his shield shining on them as much as possible, because I can't douse that.
Yeah.
And you,
he's basically trying to be as respectful as possible, not to trigger them.
and Daigle, like when you speak to them in Necrol, like you could see that other than the one that Ro was talking to, the rest of them are sort of varying degrees of feral. Like one of them sort of answers you, but it's like sort of broken, like, and then the other one just kind of like grunts.
In Rymoran, I'll thank my buddy Shadow.
Buddy.
This is back in our common tongue. I wonder if there might be a way that we could help these people, because they were people once.
it seems whatever that perhaps whether it's the White Fox's space or the Delith, or perhaps a mixture of both, they're able to, well, at least some of them are able to hold on to shreds of their former selves and retain sanity and consciousness. Perhaps
It could be when we can remove this place, they'll return where they came from and recover who they are. And if that's the case, we should do this quickly.
Well, I believe that like they come from Elden, which is the shadow plane. So I think they'll just go back there. I don't know what good that would do to like help their sense of selves, though. But
We don't know what it is that causes them to go feral. So
I imagine
we could-
the White Fox would have some answers, though.
that's
we should
possible.
find him, and Alistair like pretty much motions for Rolius to scout ahead again.
All right. Yeah.
I'm picturing a timer before these feral ones decide to just go after us anyway. Oh.
Hide action.
No. I just have to check a thing real
Okay.
quick. And I am glad that I did.
There is a timer. I was right.
No, I forgot to do a thing in this area.
Oh, because we bypassed the combat basically. So
Yeah. You're good.
not sure how I feel about that. No. I trust nothing you say now.
Oh, you're good, Ro.
Okay. Gonna. Well, this is a new corridor, so we're gonna go ahead and sneak. And we'll roll you the sneaky sneak. We'll re-roll if not sneaking before I move.
I mean, that's kind of the thing with a hidden sneak. You don't know.
yeah.
You don't get to
the
know
hidden
the result.
sneakity sneaks. You don't. Yeah, I can't tell you. Because if I tell you, then you know.
Basically, it's just yeah.
Is this just a dead end?
It looks like it.
I like.
You know who's good at this stuff, right?
I toss an.
You don't know that yet.
I just like toss like a. You know, like anything like I have lying around, like kind of like into the void.
I mean, what are you tossing? I mean, I need to know what you're tossing.
You actually have to toss an item, man.
Yeah.
Let me toss.
Finally, might find a use for that bar of soap.
Well, that's the thing. There's nothing in my. Why is there nothing in my backpack? What the fuck?
You haven't been washing yourself?
That's disgusting, Rolius.
This guy doesn't carry any soap.
I'll just throw a copper piece. I'll take it out of my thing.
Sculpted by the gods.
So the copper piece sails through the wall here.
Okay.
And then give me a perception.
Secret, I'm assuming.
Yes, please. That you passed. Okay. You do not hear the coin
Hit
like
anything?
hit anything.
You just throw it, it vanishes,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Vanishes through the wall.
Time to get some friends. Hey guys, there's a freaky wall.
Kind of looks around. More freakier than usual.
Yeah, I would say so. If everybody
Okay.
could follow me back through. Right up here. And it seems that objects pass through it, but I don't know if there's anything on the other side. I threw a coin through it, but I never, and the coin went through the wall, but it never, like, I didn't hear it hit anything.
Diggle's gonna
Yeah, Diggle's
examine the
lantern.
wall in the light of his lantern, yeah. They get bonuses to revealing illusions and stuff. Let me get the exact wording though. Let's see. Magical light attempts to reveal the unseen. You and your allies in the lantern's area of bright light gain a +1 status bonus to visual perception checks to notice anything that is also within the bright light, and a +1 status bonus to checks to recall knowledge against creatures within the bright light. During exploration, even if you aren't searching, the GM rolls a secret check for you to find traps, environmental hazards, haunts, and secrets, such as secret doors. GM rolls each time a given hazard or secret comes within 20 feet of you and within the lantern's bright light. Well,
Oh,
that's
I
30
know.
feet now.
I know, because I rolled it ahead of time. And
Also,
yeah,
so
between
if it,
between your read aura,
so
his
my read aura only
lantern,
detects it if it is lower than 4th level. That just to be clear.
so your read aura does not detect it.
yeah, so I
but
don't see anything
he
with this.
did succeed, and it is an illusion. 100% an illusion.
Okay.
What are you hiding?
Daigle is going to he's going to reach into his backpack and pull out a length of rope. He's going to tie one end around his waist. He hands the other end to Kanos. He says, "Hey, good buddy, I'm gonna see what's on the other side of this wall. If you feel me tug, I need you to pull me back through. Is that cool?"
I got you.
Cool.
All I picture in my head is Daigle steps through that door, and the line just immediately goes slack as it gets cut.
Well, first he's going to stick his head and lantern through, just to see what's on the other side. But not actually step through just yet. So I assume he just like take a step forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this room, the first thing that you notice is the fox guy in the middle of these pillars. The next thing that you notice is that all of the pillars have like floor to ceiling runes on them, and these pillars are not the same. These are very clearly ancient Kyneran architecture. And then what is more is in the light of your lantern, you can see that between the pillars, right here and right here, there is a magical wall there. And
Okay.
You can see one of the shadows sitting back here in the back, like passing a coin through its fingers. And you're fairly certain that the shadows here and here that you could see are on sort of on the outside of the wall, not on the inside.
Okay. Judging by the one that's fiddling with the coin, I'm pretty sure these two aren't feral.
Yeah. You do not think that they are feral, and the Foxman is he's sitting crisscrossed applesauce, dead center, and as you step through, he just opens his eyes and like just sort of watches you.
Okay. Well, Dago's going to step back through the illusory wall and say, well, I think it's all right, guys. I found the white fox and a couple of his shadow allies in here. But they didn't attack me right away. Just be careful walking through. There are invisible walls, and I'm not sure what they do. Am I able to see anything about these runes? As to like what the nature of what they're meant to accomplish?
And you can roll me some stuff.
I can give. I have
any of the casting skills.
No esoteric lore, I assume.
No esoteric lore.
Right. I'll give you an occultism, and I'm using my lantern. Oh, are you serious? I'm gonna hero point that.
He said any of the casting disciplines.
Mm-hmm. And then in addition,
there's a wall there.
Yeah, there are sort of invisible magical walls right there. Just to be aware, like you can step through that space. Like I don't have an actual like wall to stop you. So, however, as other people than Daigle start coming through, these two guys move, and one of them, they both say like similar things, like basically the same, same sort of statement. One of them says it in Necrol, the other one says it in Rymoran, and essentially the gist is like, what's the meaning of this? Like, what are you doing here? And it's very clear that they're talking to, like, they're not regarding anyone as in the wrong.
It's just more,
more
surprised than anything else.
Well, surprised, and they are not addressing Daigle. They seem to basically like they sort of defer almost to him, and are like more upset about the rest of you being here.
We're the outsiders, basically. Also, I natty 20'd my check to try and identify the stuff on the totems.
Okay. So Daigle succeeded, you critical succeeded. This is a binding spell. A massive binding spell. Is very powerful, and this guy is a prisoner here.
Daigle's going to shutter his lantern. Easy, Kanos. And he's going to turn to the shadows and Necrol say, be at ease, friends. We mean no harm. We are in this place. Actually, we are seeking the White Fox. It seems that he is being detained here for some reason. That is clear to see. But
this one sort of as you start talking, this one steps back and sort of resumes his post over here. And it's very clear that this of the two of them is the one that's sort of like the higher ranking. And he says,
have you come to transport him to another prison, my lord?
I wish to speak with him first. We have some questions for him. Then we will see further about transporting him out of this place.
There's still the walls right there. So.
He said we could walk through them, though.
So, I mean, I meant like your characters, like your
Oh,
tokens can
okay.
move through them. If you're like, if you actually try to walk through them, they
Okay.
are. It's just a wall of force. Yeah, it just stops
Okay.
you. At the mention of asking questions, this one says,
Be careful. He is a liar and a thief. He is here for high crimes against our people.
Oh. What sort of crimes? Well, we had heard from some of the other shadows in this place that he was a great and wise leader.
Yes, he does have some disciples among our people. But he is the reason that the others go feral. He unleashed a terrible plague of madness upon our kind.
Was he not also the one who
Nobody can understand what's going on except for Daigle right now, right?
yeah, we're speaking in Acral.
Okay, well, Kano
you
says, you better
you
tell
can-
me what the fuck's going on right now.
you can tell that Daigle is confused, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Like it's kind of like written on my face. I'm just like I'm getting some conflicting
Seeing your
information.
confusion, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
It seems that the White Fox is responsible for the feral shadows. It's a plague of his doing that causes them to go mad, and thus he was imprisoned here. Was he not also the one who created the magics that created your kind? Or was that also a falsehood?
That is a falsehood. Our kind existed long before the foxes interacted with our world.
Very, very angrily, Kano tells Daigle, ask him if he is the reason the shadows attack our people.
Well, I'll relay the question in Necrol. I'm fairly certain, though, that it's
Hello.
oops.
There we go.
I'm fairly certain that they are feral, and then when some of them cross over into the material plane, their prey is abundant.
When you ask him, sorry, my throat is like super raspy tonight. When you ask him, he says,
Yes, he is the reason that our people go feral when they lose their connection to the shadow plane.
What did he say?
He says that the White Fox, the plague he released upon the shadows, it causes them when their connection to the shadow plane is severed, they go mad and lose themselves.
So this guy is the reason my parents are no longer alive.
Indirectly, yes.
What do you mean indirectly?
Well, he caused the shadows to lose themselves, but
And if
but-
he didn't do that,
well, there's also some intent involved. But anyway, I don't mean to defend what he's done. He obviously deserves his imprisonment. No, as for so refresh me, guys. What questions did we have to ask the White Fox?
Why is this space bleeding into the Delith?
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Which I think
And- Also, and you have noticed that the whole time that you guys are talking to this shadow, that the white fox in the center of this chamber is just still sitting crisscross applesauce, but he is just actively watching all of you.
Oh, like I'm gonna keep watching back.
Yes.
Yeah. After figuring out the barrier, Alistair's just been staring at this guy. Getting Roma Straws vibes.
Oh, whoa.
So does sound pass through wall of force? I forget.
Give me a perception check.
Kind of was just mean mugging this guy. I don't need you to hear me.
So you're pretty
Aw.
sure that that he can hear you.
Oh my god, the hero point, and he got the
Um,
success too.
Well, he's already afraid of you.
No, I
Oh.
think this was the visitor. He's mean mugging this dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
White Fox. Yeah.
Should,
That's
intimidating too then? If he's already scared of me?
I guess now he's mechanically scared of you too.
He's
Before he was
mechanically
wary,
scared.
now he's actually scared.
But he just continues to watch.
I hunt prey him.
I mean,
Just in case.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
hunt
can.
prey him so I
Um,
don't have to use an action in combat if it comes down.
I
You just look
should
at him,
also
point
do that
your
too.
fingers at his eyes, at your eyes, and then just point to him. I'm watching.
I'm watching.
Does that logic follow, Daigle? What the shadows told you about the white fox? Like, does that fall with any of the lore you understand? I'm not the expert about shadows, I'm just here.
Here.
Well,
Be
to be
sure that I
fair,
find.
the peoples of the material plane don't have much knowledge regarding the shadow's origins anyway. But could I do and so I have shadow plane lore. I have
so-
Remora lore.
Shadow Plane lore, and then Kanos's undead lore would be the specific lores for this.
I have actual shadow lore. If that would be better than undead lore.
That would be better. That would be the super specific lore.
Oh.
Oh, well, all right.
Say Nat 20 from
Um,
Garini.
So, Shadow Plane lore with a natty 20, yeah, you would know that, usually when things from the Shadow Plane are separated from the Shadow Plane, they're just fine. Your people were originally tied off into the Shadow Plane, and you've never even been there. So, yeah, I mean, it tracks that something for sure had to make the shadows feral.
Okay.
Also, with a natty 20, you would know that there are cities where fetchlings and shadows just have some cities and just are living on the Shadow Plane.
Okay. Well, yes, the things that this shadow has told me do seem to track. At least with what I remember of what I learned at the Shadow Plane. I would be interested to learn the nature of this curse. That maybe we could potentially. This is probably a little big for my britches. I'd like to do something about it. But
So at the moment, Kanos is conflicted because he wants to fucking murder this dude right where he stands. But after seeing the vision that he sees, he has a strong feeling that he must bring him to this other place. So with that in his head, he tells Daigle, ask the shadow where we would be taking the White Fox. Or where do we need to take him?
basically, I would ask the shadow that where would where an alternate prison would be. If there's some sort of
One was supposed to come and return him to his own people so that they could punish him.
Oh, I see.
Well, that's certainly something we can do.
Oh, Kanos, do you know how to get back to the realm of the foxes?
He was never supposed to be stored here long term. It was a deal made with Euron.
That's your daddy.
So, real quick, could I do some sort of check? Do the lines in the floor and stuff appear to be emanating from this fox?
No. No.
Or
It's give me
Are they attracted to him like Delith, or are they being repelled by him or around him, like they do me? Like,
so you notice that wherever he is looking, they radiate out from him, and it's almost like they are sort of probing around what he is looking at.
basically, whatever he focuses on, they start like probing that area.
And anyone that would like to can give me a sense motive on that.
Sense motive, you say?
That macro on the
question.
So, Alistair got a critical success on that.
I'm watching this guy.
So you are pretty sure that he has figured out a way to sort of exert his will beyond his, outside of his prison. And that is part of the reason for some of the problems.
How's a me problems?
Okay.
Alistair will basically mention that it's like kind of like a side glance to the shadow warden, for lack of a better term. It's like, you're right, this prison is insufficient.
If you don't mind me, I realize I never caught your name. This conversation would be a lot easier if we had a name to a face.
To who, the shadow?
Yes, the shadow's name.
Name to the
Man,
face?
I don't
Question mark.
name the shadows.
It feels weird just to call you
We're gonna
Mr.
call the
Shadow.
We're gonna call the shadow.
Call it guard or warden.
We're gonna call him.
That's what it is.
We're gonna
Ray?
call him Samuel.
Oh, okay.
Samuel the Shadow.
Samuel.
Sammy Shadow Boy.
Thought the site Ray would have been a good choice too.
Did you relay that he said one was supposed to come here?
Yeah, I would be relaying whatever
Okay,
information I get.
Can you ask him if he knows who that one was supposed to be?
Yeah, I'll ask him that.
So this is me being bad with names, but he gives you the name of Roma Strauss's painting.
Ty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyrus.
Yeah.
Something.
And you know that the painting is not like the painting and the real guy are two separate individuals, right?
Yeah.
But that is the name that he gives you, and you're fairly certain he's referring to the actual guy and not the painting. But it is a strange coincidence.
I see.
Can I roll a shadow lore to, with my vision and everything that I've read, try to come up with or realize an idea of where I could take this, where we could take this guy, or how we would get to where we need to take him.
Yeah, because did the shadow mention like
Yes.
an adequate place to hold him? I don't know if we.
No,
got an answer to that question.
he just said
Okay, just-
No, he said
said
it's
their
supposed to be-
plane.
Yeah, you're supposed to be taken to back to the Fox people.
Yeah.
You think that there has to be some way, like with this place being connected to that realm, there has to be some way to get there from here.
Okay.
Um,
Thanos immediately imagines bringing this guy to the Council of Foxes and repeating, "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?"
Oh my god. Ooh.
Hey, so I tell everybody, so we may need to
So-
check the other portals, because I think we can get him where we need to go.
And
through this
then everybody
area.
give me a perception check.
Secret.
Hidden or
Yes, please.
Oh,
bing bong.
Bing 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 bong. So Kanos and Daigle are the only ones who actually like see this guy even move, but you see one of his fingers move, and then
Right up to the
He's-
edge of the prison.
he is
basically.
standing right up at the edge of the wall.
That's a neat trick.
This is like hell no.
Huh.
Well,
Kanos
I've
go.
done quite enough, and I have decided that it is time that I say my piece.
is he still in the cage?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just like right up on the wall. Like literally, you think that if there was glass there, he would be fogging it up.
Kanos is right there, face to face with him.
Towering over him. The peg.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, looking down on him, puny little fucker.
And he just like looks up and is just like meets your gaze, and you can see that he is afraid, but he's like not outwardly like showing it, but you can see it in his eyes. And he says, "I did what I did to keep a great evil from descending upon the material plane.
You unleashed a bunch of shadows that terrorize thousands of people to protect us from some kind of greater evil. Get the fuck out of here.
You don't know what slumbers in the capital, my friend.
Tell us.
I know it slithers right in front of me.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, this.
Ice for that
All I
burn.
can say is that if combat
have-
pops off here, I've got the perfect spell for this situation,
I have
and it's
been called
and it's
much
for Kainos
worse.
here. This one's just for you, big boy.
The only reason
I
you're so
suspect that the
Oh.
great orbs that the horned ones pray to is actually some sort of extraplanar entity in a prison.
You might mean prayed to, friend. It has been a very long time since anyone interacted knowingly with the thing that you speak of.
Hmm.
We have seen it ourselves, or at least an extension of it, and did not feel so inclined.
Though it tried to sway me, I resisted it.
Hmm.
It seems considerably weaker than what you describe.
That is surprising. Your ancestors were swayed.
We have been a very long time without the influence of this being. Perhaps that has something to do with our resistance to it, alongside its weakening.
quietly to himself. Kanos is trying to think. Can I roll some to know what the fuck these guys are talking about? What should I roll?
You don't remember?
Oh, Rolius wasn't there.
Yeah, Rolius wasn't there, but we're talking about the side deck.
Yeah, they're talking about the
Yeah, Kanos was there.
the numeral that you guys spoke
I'm
to.
gonna have to
Yeah,
roll
but-
a perception. To
Well,
know.
I know he's talking
Kanos
about
are
a
out there.
mural, but I don't know what he's talking about that could be hidden behind them.
Oh yeah. That
Oh,
anybody
could
that
I
wants
could I do an
Yeah.
esoteric sort of thing?
that I would allow esoteric. I would allow shadow lore, undead lore, Rymora lore, Norai
Would
lore.
shadow or undead be better?
Shadow would be better.
Hold on. So I get the +1 on their roll.
It was on an 18. God damn it.
Did I roll Arcana?
Not Arcana.
Fuck it,
Religion,
no.
society.
No.
Society? I'll roll Society.
Yeah.
There we go. Give me that. 19.
I'll roll a religion just for trying. Oops.
Oh,
Okay.
I bumped you to a 20.
Just for
Man.
trying. Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Alistair's just on fire tonight with the natty 20s, dude. That's like
and
the
the moment combat
fourth
kicks
one.
off.
Yeah, oh
forget
yeah,
it.
you're insta-gibbed. Just instantly wrecked the second combat.
I mean,
pops up.
this is exactly what happened when
Um,
we dealt with the side deck. Because we were never supposed to find out what we did there either.
Not gonna lie. I none of this is ringing a bell.
well, this is you've definitely spoken to, and you knew that the side deck, the like big orb, was in the capital, was definitely not on the up and up. But this is the first that you've heard of any of like it being a prison for something.
I just knew that what it was saying it was not true.
Yeah. So here's the thing with a critical success in religion, it would be more about what isn't there. right, there are sort of conspicuous gaps in certain places regarding the nature of the Sadect and so on and so forth.
Did I get a crit success with Shadow? I'm a master and I got 19.
You got a success.
Would a +1 get him there?
+1 would get him there.
Because no one used my +1 from my performance.
So
You're welcome.
with Shadow
Between
Lore,
what religion doesn't give me and what Shadow Lore does.
so basically you guys are putting together some serious stuff here, and Alistair is basically pointing out like there are gaps sort of in our religion, like here and here. And Kanos, your like Shadow Lore sort of also has some weird gaps in it. And what is sort of interesting is that if you slot in a couple of things, you can start to piece together some theories. So this is the first time that this check has been able to be made, but Kanos and Alistair have opened it up, so you guys are going to make it, and you can choose which one of you is aiding and which one of you is making it, but you got to use the same skills, so Shadow Lore and Religion.
Could I do Inspire Confidence for one of them to help with their help?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, brother.
You guys can stack this down as much as you want.
It's still a +1, easy.
Okay, so
basically, like, this is can you guys take all of the clues that you've figured out here with this and piece together the mystery?
So, kind of, what I suggest is that you aid me, and I will actually trigger my curse to roll this twice.
Okay.
With your aid and the +1 from Delith.
Go for it.
So, basically, we are using
Do I roll the aid first or no?
that. Yeah, you roll your aid first, and then I'll make my check.
Right, you got a +1 on your 8, buddy.
No. Give him the +1.
No, he gives it to you because you can't stack them.
Yeah, you can't
So and if you crit, then he gets a +2. So it's better to give it to you.
Come on. There we go. 30. That's a 30.
So that's a +1.
All right. And then here is the roll, and I gotta do the second roll and keep the higher.
So 29.
29. So that's a success. Basically, you guys are able to sort of work up a theory that the Sadect was probably some sort of extraplanar entity that was imprisoned in an orb, and Alistair's ancestors found it and got misled by it to do a bunch of horrible shit. And that they probably thought it was a divine object. They thought it was, holy, based on all of the religious texts and stuff. They didn't realize what it was doing or having them do. And then you are basically, with Kanos' Shadow Lore aiding in, you're pretty sure that they were getting it, or that the Sadect was getting the aura to sacrifice people to it, and that was what initially was making so many shadows in the first place.
They were basically feeding the beast.
They were feeding it, and it was eating the light essence and discarding the shadow.
Damn.
Even if that's true,
And then it was also giving them liquid light, which you are also now pretty sure, based on all of this, is just basically distilled soul. Or at least the light half of a soul.
What? I wonder why.
so how does speaking to the fox, how does you making shadows feral do anything but like help that guy? He basically creates monsters and you make them mindless. I don't know how that helps anyone.
If the aura were suddenly rendering beasts instead of passive, intelligent shadows, I felt as though they would be less likely to feed souls to the Sadect.
So he's saying that he made the shadows feral so that they would stop making sacrifices to the Sadect?
Yeah, basically his theory was if the shadows went feral and they're making more shadows, it would disincentivize them to make shadows.
Well, yeah, because if the shadows that are being made are like especially aggressive and bad, then yeah.
But people didn't even know that they were helping create shadows in the first place.
But see, the issue with what you did is now, after all this time, shadows are still going feral and attacking innocents.
Yes, but the Sadect is no longer being fed.
As far
That
as
is-
we're aware. not
that is
being
also
fed
true.
for some time.
But please tell me you know of a way to reverse what you've done.
Yes, the people on the outside have not practiced that
Yes.
monstrosity
innocents-
in quite some time. And this
Innocents are
derangement only serves
dying.
to help us or hurt us. Help us.
Yeah.
Rip.
Unfortunately, I did what I did with, shall we say, a borrowed power. And it is not within mine any longer to reverse the effects.
Going to sense motive on that.
Whoops. Sorry, I was on the
Holy
wrong
goodness.
version of hotbar. That's what I wanted to do.
So
Button on my hotbar.
Bagel, you can't get a read on this guy, but Delith and Alistair, you both think that he is telling the truth, but not the whole truth on that.
A half truth.
Yes. Borrowed power, maybe, but potentially not out of reach again.
This is borrowed power you speak of. What could give you the ability to do something like this if you couldn't already?
Certain blessings. From entities much more powerful than I.
Hmm. Play keeping your cards close to your chest. I understand it. You don't want to give away information like that for free.
I have few other weapons at my disposal. And he just sort of gestures to his, like, you know, his very, like, there's nothing here. Like, his cell is just empty.
And I assume that you don't have a favorable disposition towards being returned to your kin.
I most certainly do not.
How is the Samuel kind of reacting to the talk? Has obviously shifted to more not transferring him to his whatever, like right, like there's a different situation going on.
He
So
doesn't understand
that's
common,
true.
so
He doesn't know what we're
I
talking
didn't know
about.
what you guys are talking about.
I'm just waiting for the guards and all the guards trample us, but no, if they can't understand that, then
Well,
Why such?
Doesn't seem like we don't really trust this guy too much. Taking him out of here. Well, it seems like we gotta take him out of here, but
Yeah, we got to find a way back to the.
ask him. This. And I kind of like gesture to all the veins and
the weird
shit on the
corruption
walls.
going on.
Yeah. What is the cause of this corruption here on this floor?
Who's to say?
Well, you, if you do not want to go back to your people.
Oh, the ding 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 ding.
That's a lie. This guy knows exactly what that stuff is.
Speak plain, Fox. My patience grows thin.
The veins are the tendrils of my will. Slowly but surely, I will turn this prison into my own domain. I have already converted a few of the shadows. And as you can see, my reach grows further and further.
What? So, hold on. I kind of just. My brain didn't compute that full statement. Is he trying to use. Like, is he trying to use the fact that, like, he's turning some of the shadows as, like, a.
He's basically hacking the prison.
Yeah. The veins are
remotely hacking the
his.
prison.
Yeah, he's figured out how to sort of reach through the walls and the surface of this place and affect it.
Well,
I hate to do it, but I think
Yeah, stay here.
I need to stay here, and you guys need to basically solve the puzzle of these portals to find where we need to go.
We also can't get out yet. We don't know the way out of here.
Hence,
I thought the
solve
plan was to find him.
puzzles.
Well,
No,
yeah.
I know using this place, we can
There's
get
no
to
other
where we need to
portal
go.
in this room.
Yeah, I think the portals we're supposed to lead here.
DM, give me some help here. You literally told me this.
Because I think
I'm trying to think of.
tried every portal, and they either looped back on themselves or led here.
Have we tried a reportal?
I mean,
The
when we split up, me and Ro tried the other
portals
ones.
are how you get around in this particular.
They're doorways, basically.
They're doors, yes. Around this facility. They will not take you outside of this facility. There are ways out of this facility.
They're just not readily seeable because, of course, this is a prison, so it makes sense.
They're readily seeable.
Oh.
You guys
Here's
have
the
walked
question.
by half a dozen of them.
If he was supposed to be transported by the next group of people back to the, his fellow foxes, would the shadow know the facility? This facility is, I assume, is on the same plane as where we met the Fox Council. They must have a link between between this and place and theirs.
When Delith, asks him, he says,
If they do, it is above my pay grade.
and one of his eyes blinks out like he gives you a little wink.
In other words, that would be telling.
Yeah, but the base shadows don't know. They don't know how to get to other facilities. They're just here to guard this one. And then Kanos, give me a shadow lore. Oh, that's a little. Critical success.
Never mind, he got critical.
Yeah, he got a critical success. So putting everything together, but now that you know that sort of his, like, the veins and the walls and stuff are his influence, you're pretty sure that the shadows that are keeping their shit together are just the guards here. The ones that are feral are sort of succumbing to his influence, and then the ones who were his, like, true believers, his acolytes, are ones that have completely fallen to his influence.
Because, yeah, he's basically, they forget who they are, makes them a blank slate, and then brings them back as believers of him. More or less.
Okay.
Out of character, I just have absolutely no way, like, no idea how to get out of this place, because I'm pretty sure we've, like, checked everywhere, even with, like, Dagel's lantern for, like, other hidden.
I was gonna say, like, it's
passageways
really
like
like
this. Like,
We how about this? Hey bud. Stop corrupting the place, or like, we're not gonna take you out of here. We're gonna like we need this to stop. Like, you're not gonna get out of here. We're not gonna get out of here. Like, what are you doing here?
So, based on everything you've said, you're not going to take me out of here to anywhere that I would want to go anyway. So why would I stop?
as it stands right now, none of us are leaving.
If the
Whether
walls
we
come
wish to
down,
take you somewhere or not.
this big fella is as like to kill me as he is transport me somewhere. He gestures at Kanos.
Kanos just stares at him with, like, without saying a word, like, damn right. Like, just
Can we just like can we just gesture to take the walls down? Because at this point, like, we either have to kill him here or take him out so the Delith is clean.
no,
We
we
have
need
to deal with him.
They'll already
see,
said we've missed other areas that we could have gotten out,
So-
or
Here's the other problem. I don't think anybody's thought of yet. If we take him out of here, his followers will probably attack us. If we try to take him past them. So, like,
And you asked the Shadow Guard if he could round up all the loyal shadows and, escort us.
so, yeah, I'll ask the Shadow or Samuel, if he could escort us with some of the shadows who are not under his influence. I feel like we should also know where the exit is before we take him.
I also think this.
He looks at you and he looks at you, and even though like shadows, it's so hard to read their expression, you like you get a sense of like he almost is like looking at you like what, like, and then he just says,
We live to serve the Nim.
Is it like he's incredulous that I like would ask him to?
Ask
To do
for
that, or-
permission.
Or ask-
yeah, like he's like
Oh.
you're asking me, like why would you ask me? You could
Oh.
just tell me.
you give Dobby socks.
Well, in that case,
Ooh-wee.
when we move to take the fox out of here, I would like for you and your brethren, the ones that you trust, that have not fallen to him, to escort us to the exit, to make sure that nothing happens on the
Does
way.
Sam
Transfer goes.
As you wish.
does Sammy have
he-
any like restraints for this dude?
Oh
When
no,
he
no, I
tries
got
to
you.
transport?
I got you, sir.
He
Yeah.
gestures to the other shadow, to this,
I just
So this
don't want to
fella?
tip my hand.
and he departs. Sorry for stream, because, I gotta move. This guy's coming across to the like, the middle of. Oh no! Hey, I like. Oh, that's not correct.
That was me.
That was you. The wrong person there.
I went for a ride.
I'm assuming Rolius's shadow buddy is probably in among this group.
Yes, yes, he is.
Assuming we can, identify.
He's
Well,
this
can
one.
Buddy.
I can identify this voice.
Yeah, yeah. You could tell. You could tell that he's this guy.
Mhm.
All
Um,
shadows look alike.
Damn.
That's
They
right.
look
Actually-
alike. They don't sound alike.
Um,
Hopefully.
there's only actually, if you look, they do have a lot of them do have different pictures.
Oh yeah, look at that. Never mind,
Um,
they don't look alike.
Okay.
yeah,
I
but
just-
not all
So-
shadows do look alike. You racist.
In
I would say-
2023, dude.
2023, man. Jesus.
I would say for the moment, I think Kanos should stay here, perhaps with one other person. The rest of us should go and seek an exit. This place.
This place is
Um,
dangerous. You guys need as many people as you need. I got all the shadows and myself. We'll be fine.
Yeah. I would like to. I want to do like a pass of this room with my lantern, to see if there's anything we've missed in this room, because I haven't been over the whole thing. Would you like a perception check or like a search?
No, just like there's not
Oh, there's nothing here.
Yeah, there's not anything else that you guys missed. Just the rooms
Okay.
around the walls.
All right.
Um,
Yeah. Well, basically, we're gonna backtrack to the places we've been. Just because that's the safest. And we're gonna search for any illusions that we missed the first time through, or like anything that we like might have missed. And if it's specifically regarding illusions or shadow effects, I have this.
That's the thing. Is it's not an illusion. It's not a magical effect. It's in plain view, and there's more than one way to skin this cat.
Can we get out of these windows?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
You most certainly can.
because
Uh,
this
is-
stuff is weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop out this window.
So, not Alistair. Lame.
Yeah, no, here, let me.
Yeah,
move
there you
over,
go.
'cause I won't be jumping through.
Because I
windows
do
and
have to
windows.
move you out of them. But yeah, you were able to just hop outside of them.
What is I don't like touch this water. I just like get like close enough to like what? Can I make a check?
That is not water.
I figured.
Why he didn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
That is just the fabric of reality is torn open right there.
Oh,
Okay.
so
Could you move me out there?
I
Yeah.
don't want to go in that.
Here, I'll just move. Oh,
Kind of sneak around the corner.
God.
Here,
Oh
Yeah.
God!
making sure to not get caught in the fabric of reality, Terror.
Yeah.
um,
I'd like to examine this though and see if I can determine, like, is this kind of like the exit we're looking for? If so, like, do different sections of it lead to different places? And is there like a definitive way out or just a way to get to where we want to go?
Oh, I found a very
mean-
long hallway.
I mean,
Is there a,
I made it like start wandering around. You're
Oh.
basically asking me for a dungeon solution, my dude. Like there's
Basically, I think we have to just search along the unbeaten path, as it were.
Oh,
and then wait, Daigle actually walked literally right over to it. So right here, if you walk back over and illuminate that spot with your lantern and look at the animation that's happening.
oh, okay. That the animation, this swirly animation, is centered on that spot. Okay. Could I look in there and like see like what I can see on the other side of it?
So you can't. It literally just like looks like almost like a whirlpool of like energy.
Of reality.
But yeah. But you were pretty sure that that is the exit to the sort of like larger plane that this is like built from.
Okay. Problem is we don't know what's on the other side, and we don't know if we can get back here. Were we able to determine if there was another spot like this? So far, it does not seem to
Where
be.
it's like a converging point like that.
Yeah.
No, there is just the one. It took me a dog's age to plan and make all the layers and your light work to do all of that.
And not touch. This is our only way out.
Yeah, like this is the way So it's not your only way out, but you think this is the way that you are looking for, that
Okay.
leads to the back, like to the fox place.
Okay. Cool. In that case, since we know like there's we didn't run into any hostile shadows on the way here, let's go retrieve Kanos and our prisoner. Alistair, did you mention you had some way to restrain the prisoner?
And that
Yes.
window's, yeah, so that window is open now, so you can just walk back through it.
Yes, I do. And, whoops. I have a feat for this. A feat I never thought I would get to use. I slowly reach into my backpack and pull out a set of manacles that I'm actually dragging into my inventory right now. So, hang
They
on.
might be one manacles. It's 2023, man.
Oh my god. They're themicles.
Themicles, bro. Themicles.
We also like
I gotta go.
put something over the dude's eyes because I don't
I
like the way.
I got a couple of themicles
Looks at
dangling.
Yeah. So we should definitely blindfold him. We should use the manacles to
Yeah, so basically Alistair reaches into his bag and after rummaging around for about a minute, slowly produces...
we should also gag him as well. I'm fairly certain
I
he's a
agree.
spellcaster.
Just straight up, I agree.
Yeah,
with those.
no spells for him. I wish there was a way to.
And this is why I don't have a webcam, and this is why I don't like playing in person. Because if you had seen my face just now when you said we should probably gag him, I just went, God damn it.
Because I know that there are spells with only verbal components.
No, I don't want to be charmed. I want this person out because this is my memory loss, and I think he's causing my memory loss. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's been mentally affecting this entire place, so, you know, he got some juice.
Oh, this is not the right way.
No, but I can open that window up for you.
Will that lead back to where we have to go, or
Well, this is the place where we fought all
this
the
isn't
shadows.
the portal, like...
There you go. That window's open.
Yeah, this is the place where we had that big fight with the shadows. We can just hit the portal back here.
Oh, okay. I'm obviously skirting away from the realm tear and not just skipping across it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Just for ease of, I don't want
let's
to
take
die.
a long way around. I say, okay.
Yeah, I forgot the window we came in was.
Yeah, I just watched. Della was standing right here and just like saw you guys' lantern come through.
Alright. But yeah.
I'll relay the information to Kanos that the others will be here soon, and we think we found a way out.
Bro, you have no idea. I've been sitting here literally the whole last session that you guys started this dungeon, and then almost like all of this session,
Secretly
just
grinning to yourself.
waiting for someone to ask me if you guys could go outside. Like, I
I'm
thought,
not gonna lie, man. Out of
Sure.
character, I am
I believe
terrified of
last week-
going anywhere that is not the beaten path with you.
I believe last week I tried to go out the window and you guys told me no. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm scared of going
tried
outside.
You tried to walk through the window, and we're like, "Well, no, that's a window." And then you're like, "Oh, okay," because you were like, "Why can't I go through this?" Because you were hitting like the actual like mechanical wall.
All I gotta
I
say,
don't remember anyone actually like specifically telling you, "Don't go outside." Like it was just more, "Oh, that's a window. You can't go through there," right? Like,
so
Alright.
but anyway,
So don't listen to you guys anymore.
I see you with those manacles, and I see you with what looks like what will probably be a blindfold and a gag for me. So it seems like I should speak while I have the chance. I take
as
it
well.
that you are going to return me to my brethren.
Well, as much as I would like to have your assistance to reverse what you've done, I don't trust you enough.
Wait a minute. What would I need to roll? So it just came to my head. He's been like infecting this area, and we stayed the night in it, and I had a vision. What would I need to roll to see if he had anything to do with the vision that I had?
Oh, like if he influenced.
Yes.
Then?
You can do shadow lore.
Give him. Can I assist my boy?
Yeah, you can.
Plus one. Where's your plus one?
Come on. Come on. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, last one. Here we go.
I believe in you.
Oh no!
Oh my
Damn
god!
Damn it.
Yeah, you are not sure.
Well, I just get that thought out of my mind. Try to assume that I can take that at face value with this plan. I was really hoping to get information on that. I kind of feel like maybe the only reason I got that dream is because of him, and I should kill him right now, but don't know.
Man, I'm gonna help you out here because I'm also not sure.
I don't. The fact that this guy's been trying to.
I would like to read the visitor's fate, which does progress my curse.
This is when Alistair gets a whisper, escape.
That's in a different language.
Sorry.
Damn it, Kainos, you freaking called it.
Yep.
I get the whisper free. One way or another, he be free. I mean, yeah, it's alright. I would like to take 10 minutes to contemplate this information.
Okay.
That's
Yay, minor curse. Yeah, basically.
And do you relay that you see that, or can you not? Or
No.
okay.
Basically, Alistair stands there kind of muttering a prayer and then gets some information that he determines is wholly unuseful. So, yeah. Well, not necessarily, but it doesn't exactly help me with Kainos' particular issue. So,
I have a question.
no, it does. If you think about it.
oh, true.
It does.
Well,
Is
Alistair,
there?
while
'cause-
sitting there refocusing.
So yeah, because stop and think about what
Mm.
that means.
Yeah.
Because I was very, very specific with my word choice there.
Alistair, while sitting there, or while sitting atop his mount, contemplating, and he'll like kind of call over Kainos. Or did Kainos openly kind of like say that he was like, I wonder if this guy screwed with my dream? Because if he didn't, I wouldn't have any context on his
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah. It kind of like, I would
Like-
assume you're closer to me. He's kind of muttering to himself, or like, but out loud, maybe. I guess, yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine because Alistair is going to do this because I don't believe this can be overheard. He can't. So basically, Alistair's just kind of, while he's contemplating, kind of wander away. And then he is going to use this for Kynos. And basically just mutter, I read his fate. Within the next hour, he will be free. But only Kynos will hear that. Because basically I mutter the words quietly and then Kynos hears them. Like in his head. That's why I had to move away. So Kynos is aware of what I catch from my curse. As I kind of just contemplate for 10 minutes refocusing. Cough, cough.
Now, out of character, that's as of right now. Things could change that, or no matter what, he's going.
That
I
is-
mean, so what?
That is as of
As of that
the
moment.
time when he read his fate.
Yeah.
If the course of events stayed.
Basically, if we continue with our plan of binding, gagging, releasing, whatever, for the next, like basically his fate for the next 24 hours, the single word that I get is free.
So-
Actually, if this guy's important enough and his fate changes rapidly, that would only be for the next hour, potentially. But that's GM discretion.
You 100% think that in this case, this guy is important enough that it's probably limited
But yeah,
to it.
within the next hour, his fate would be free if we do not change our course.
So, Kanos' train of thought, if that's the case,
And this was
Then-
secretly shared with Kynos.
yeah,
Like, no one else heard that.
yeah, this is just his thinking, to himself. And he could be wrong, but he's, again, just thinking to himself, if that's the case, then the dream that I had can't be true. And,
Or out of character, you're basically thinking that he might have been
yeah.
tweaking stuff.
Out of character. Are you thinking we gotta kill him? Is the actual thing?
Out of character, I'm thinking we need to ask the shadows to let us in this prison and fuck him up right inside here.
Yeah, just arena fight it, basically.
Mhm.
and-
Push his ass back inside and
Prison
Close.
rules, bitch.
close
Yep,
the walls behind
basically.
us.
Yeah. But yeah, so with this in his head, he comes over here, kind of gestures to all of you to gather around, and then relays his thought process and what he thinks we should do to the rest of you guys to see what you guys think.
I agree with you, Kanos. To be honest,
Also,
from my intuition, it seemed that that's what was needed to be done all along.
listen,
No, Daigle, there is another spell woven in here that is suppressing something.
so I wonder if I was about to ask the question that Daigle just secretly asked. Alistair will kind of wonder with Daigle, going like, from what you've seen of the runes here and the magic here, and what Alistair's maybe gathered from that crit success on the ward around this prison. He's basically wondering, in order for us to get in there, would the barrier have to come down, like properly, where the potentially the fox guy could get out? Because we saw how fast he could potentially move. And also potentially, do we think this place is warded against planar travel except for the exit that we have found?
So,
Because otherwise, I have a thing.
So
potential thing.
this is a case where I had sort of planned to allow this at some point. I'll let you extend your curse for a vision of the correct path, basically.
All right, and just basically just dig deep and
so as the words and everything start swirling around in your head, you are pretty sure that you're supposed to just leave back to the Fox realm and bring one of them here. And that you were never supposed to get this guy out of here at all.
Yeah, we're supposed to bring him back here.
Yeah, so
That's a
basically,
less
Alistair will
exciting
kill
option,
himself.
but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Alistair will basically
It
be like-
100% makes sense
well,
now
suddenly
that
his eyes
you
will
say
open
it.
wide, and he'll be like, "Wait, if we try to enter that prison, he will escape. But if one of his own was brought here, they may be able to contain his power and deal with him, because
Look,
you
I
saw
said
how quickly he moved. He could easily slip past us."
I
now
said
that
the
you say it out
golden
loud-
path. I didn't say the most fun or most interesting.
No, I'm just saying, no. It makes 100%.
It makes sense.
You've
though.
left all the crumb. Now that you said it out loud, it makes
That-
100%
That's
sense.
the thing
I'm
that
just
I
saying,
was personally
not
worried
as
about,
fun.
is that
as what I was about to do.
I mean, that's why I was asking those questions of Dagel. I'm thinking the moment this barrier goes down, this guy is dipping out, and we will not be able to stop him. Basically,
I suggest you're supposed to bring back one. Send a couple, and two of us stay here and wait.
We the shadow told me that the blue fox is trustworthy, so we should bring back the blue fox.
So
Again, I will stay here.
I'll stay with Kanos.
So
You
we
go-
go to the fox plane, so Aurelius will go to the fox plane.
Stay with Kanos here. We'll keep an eye.
Dago, Alistair, and Aurelius.
Character, I'm glad I realized that Dream was bullshit, but I'm upset that the true solution was totally obvious now that you say it.
Pega.
I know that was the thing that I was worried about. I'm like, man, we're gonna lower this force field. This guy's gonna stretch his arms and just vanish. And
I think part of it too is we all have main character energy, so it's we have to be the ones to do everything. That's not always the case when it comes to Zale's stories.
Seems vastly incorrect.
I agree with Savage on this one.
Yeah, so before the fox person party decides to leave, Alistair will kind of remind them of the quote-unquote rules that that guide kind of mentioned. No cold iron, no bronze, stuff like that, because those rules will likely still apply.
They can just hand me all their stuff that they don't need. I'll carry it.
Which is funny, because I don't actually think I have anything that...
Was cold
breaks
iron
those
one of the
rules.
forbidden items?
Yeah, cold iron
Yes.
was. I had to leave my shield behind. I switched it for my steel shield.
Just switch my rhyme blade out too.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll leave my sickle behind.
Just hand it to me. I'll hold on to it.
Basically, Alistair just flicks the saddlebags off the back of Cernunos, because that's where the cold iron stuff is, and he basically just leaves that behind. Because that's
Just hand me everything. It's fine. I'll carry it all.
yeah, so I just flagged it dropped in Cernunos' inventory, but yeah, 'cause that's all I had that broke that rule, so...
I'll also just lay down my weapons. Oh no, normal iron is fine, right?
Normal iron is fine.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I'm sticking my stuff aside.
So yeah, you guys hop out the window and jump into the planar vortex, and watch as reality folds into itself thousands of times, almost like a blade, and then sort of find yourself standing in a very similar place to where you just were. However, everything is sort of red tones. And as you arrive, there is a Draugr standing there, holding a lit candle with a blue flame. And he has a raven on his shoulder. And the Draugr walks over, but it is the raven that speaks. And the raven says, "Well, top of the morning to you. You ready to see the fox people?"
Why, yes, we are. We have some information that they will be most pleased to acquire.
The raven turns and pecks the Draugr a couple times the head, and you can see there's literally like a spot where there's exposed skull where he's very clearly pecked this dude a lot. And the Draugr lets loose a and turns and begins walking, and the raven says, "All right then, follow me." And you are led through labyrinthine corridors until you are brought to a chamber. Again, sort of, he shines his candle light, or well, the Draugr does after a few pecks from the raven, and a door is exposed, and the raven says, "All right, they're in there. Best of luck to you."
Appreciate you for guiding us this far.
And the raven just like dips his head, gives a little nod, pecks the Draugr a couple times, and they disappear down the corridors. And you are left in front of a door, which I'm assuming you go through.
Yep.
So you stand before the Fox Council, and immediately they begin with the, "What do you want? What do you want? What are you here for?"
I think the question in this case is more, what do you want? Because we have something that you do want.
The
Also,
fox
sorry.
on the main throne sort of like perks up and says, "You wish to trade? What do you have?"
Information. And according to a friend of mine who has had dealings with you, that is one of your most prized possessions.
Oh, we're intrigued. What information do you have?
Not so easy. What are you willing to give?
A little morsel.
Alistair will gesture to one of the empty council seats.
We know the location of one of your missing two.
You can, all three of you can give me a perception check.
Basically
Hidden.
the stealth mode.
As the
Damn it!
who
Sorry.
as this the black furred fox on the central throne, his eyes flick over to the two empty seats.
I do have hero points if
As do I.
So no, you both passed.
Okay.
You sense that this is highly sought after information. Just the tiniest little hint of, like, these things are always like playful and sort of messing around and have like that kind of look about them. And when you mention that, for just a split second, he's full serious. And he pauses. He says,
Is it Valaya? Or is it Aurelius?
But first, I'd like to know what you would be willing to give for this sort of information. You asked for a taste, and I gave you a taste.
We will give you 3 things. 1, in accordance with the oaths, and 2 of your desire.
Okay.
Add in getting out of here for free, so we can use our 3 wishes on something else.
Done.
Look at that.
Hell yeah. They really
With
want
the
this
re-
information out of character.
For the return of our errant siblings, that is a small price to pay. Now then, is it Valaya or is it Aurelius?
Well, it would have to be Aurelius. We can take you. Well, I don't know, we can take them. He's not in the current situation, but we know where he is. But you will need to retrieve him yourself. We have not the ability to bring him to you.
We can send one of our number with you.
Rolius will actually chime on, request the.
Before you do that, I want to give them like a look over, could just kind of like get a general sense of the blue fox. Could I just like a sense motive on that one in particular, to see if like
how
if the
they're
shadow
reacting to.
Yeah, like if the shadow might have been like correct, or how correct the shadow was.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't mean to cut you off, Ro, but I don't want to give out too much information too quickly.
I would also like to just try.
And I do have hero points, so.
You get a sense that there are for sure there's some like factionalism here, and that the black fox on the main throne, the blue fox, and 2 of the little orange foxes sort of comprise the sort of like leader group. And that they seem to be the ones that are, you don't know if they're necessarily trustworthy, but they're the ones who are very eager to sort of get and punish their, as they say, errant siblings.
Rolius will, knowing that now, chime back up and say, I have met in the place where Rylus is held. I have met a shadow that speaks quite highly of the Lord Blue Fox. If we may, if you will not mind us requesting him, her, they.
That will suffice.
And he like looks over and just sort of gives a little nod. And there's just you see the blue fox, and there's just like a puff of smoke, and then he's standing just sort of with you.
Okay.
The dark one though says,
Now then, in accordance with the old ways, as agreed.
and Daigle, in your hand, a key materializes.
Oh.
And the key is made of copper and has a fox head for the like the little I don't know, handle. I don't know the fuck you talk what you call the top part of the flat part of a key.
Yeah.
This
it has
handle, I guess.
yeah has a little emblem of a fox on it. The head of the key, maybe, I don't know. It is a little fox head with emerald, tiny little emeralds for eyes.
Okay. Does it seem to be anything particular about this key that's magical or?
It's definitely magical.
So I take it that this is your gift, according to the oaths. Would that be correct? So we still have
Yes.
2 things we can ask for?
That is correct.
Okay. Let me confer with my companions here for a moment.
Very well. My compatriot can provide you with whatever you need.
And the little blue fox gives you a nod.
Thank you.
It will be no trouble.
Ooh, deep voice. All right. And Dago's at the sound of the fox's voice, Dago's eyebrows just kind of shoot up a little bit. So, now what do we want? I mean, I know what Dago wants.
What does Dago want?
Dago wants a spiffy magic item. He doesn't really care what, just something. Just something preferably powerful, but something a cool magic item. What Dago
Alistair
wants.
will kind of
But
just ask the blue fox, what is the scope of these gifts?
yeah, what are the
Exactly.
what are the
So
Fox
how
Council
far does
able
your
to
power
provide?
spread?
I do
Yeah.
not understand. What do you mean? Limits and scope.
Oh.
I
Oh.
don't understand these concepts.
Oh,
That answers that question.
Did I just think of a cheap? Oh wait! Hold up! I need to look it up in the journal. You guys can talk amongst yourself. I have to find something in the journal. Wait, where'd it go?
I mean, you do know that there is sort of a monkey's paw thing
Mhm.
with the foxes, and you have to be kind of direct in what you
I
ask.
know. That's
and
why
even
I'm
then
like,
it
wait,
might not.
there's a thing,
know.
and I know a thing. I just have to find the thing. Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
And then this is interesting.
All right, I have
And then
specific things if we have to be
So-
specific.
So,
but-
and then somebody give me just any of the magic stuff or esoteric lore.
Secret. Or no?
Mhm.
I
Yes.
mean,
No,
you know
no,
what I'm
not
doing.
secret. Sorry.
Oh, are you serious? I'm gonna reroll that. Yeah, much better.
So with Dagel's critical success, you think one of the things you ask for might need to be the cleansing of the Delith going this route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh yeah,
So,
that
yeah.
would be a thing.
There's one
And then
wish.
what I wanted to suggest was the components to reforge the blades.
That's a good one.
Or even just to reforge the blades as they are. I don't even know if that can be a thing that we can ask, because it might be, I don't know. But
Reforge the blade as
I-
its original.
So,
Yeah.
I would actually be more inclined to ask for the remaining materials that we need.
well, that's what I'm kind of, because it needs to be specific, right? So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like I would request
Request an ingot of
Sovereign
sovereign
steel
steel
and
and yeah,
Okay.
an ingot
then-
each.
Yeah, then just do that.
So one
Um,
ingot in each of sovereign steel and noquel, and for our second wish to
Have the
cleanse.
Delith cleansed.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
cleanse the corruption in the Delith or something, because it is a corruption, right? Like,
Hmm.
Very well. Done and done. Although, I must say, simple ores, such a paltry demand. I feel as though I should give you more ingots, but don't tell my brothers.
Thank you.
You are
and he
most
gives you-
kind.
Gives you 3 of each.
I know this is kind of maybe frowned upon amongst your kind. May we know your name, Sir Fox?
No, you may not.
I guessed as much. So, if you may permit me one question. Are Aurelius and
Belial.
Valia, are those their real names, or those names that they have been given?
Those are their true names. We
I see.
expose the true names of those who betray us, because it makes them less powerful.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That also makes sense why you would not give me yours.
Also makes sense why Rylus said the thing about a borrowed power. Because he got his power taken away.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. He is but a fraction of what he once was.
So not so. So yeah, that's why he said per se. All right. Well. Mr. Blue or Lord Blue Fox. I met a shadow in there who's served you and said that you were quite trustworthy. I must ask, are you or any of your other brothers or sisters able to reverse what Rylus has done to the shadows?
Yes.
Oh. Will you?
For a price.
If we were to apprehend or bring you information regarding Valaya's whereabouts, would you be so inclined?
We would indeed.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a bargain.
Let's get you one of those missing seats.
Let's. And he sort of like, it looks like he's about to chase his tail for a second, and then blue smoke just starts pouring out and envelops all of you. And you can feel him sort of like probing your minds, and like finding the location of where he needs to go. And then in a cloud of blue smoke, you all appear in the room. And the blue fox, and keep in mind he's still in fox shape, so he's not even up to one of your like knees.
Yeah, he's like a small creature.
Yeah, he's a small creature, just a blue furred fox. And he, as soon as he like steps into the room, the white fox immediately starts backing away, literally as far from him as he can get, and he's saying, "No, no, 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 please no." And the blue fox just, like, you can see that he is smiling, and he says, "Oh yes, brother. It is time. I name thee Raelius. I call thee by your true name, and bind you unto my power. Submit and kneel." And you see chains of blue smoke rise up and bind the white fox, and just sort of shackle him and force him to his knees. And you can see he's just like literally just tears streaming down his face, and he's just pleading, just no, no, no. And the blue fox says, "I thank you. The Delith shall be cleansed, and I wish you well in your journeys."
Before you go, one last question. When we do find and apprehend Valaya, how can we contact you to come pick her up?
Or if we get any significant information at all.
You will know the way by then.
Oh. Okay.
Okay then.
Out of character.
Maybe that's what the key is for.
I was gonna say, you put the key in the
And,
door, and it might open to them. But
The little blue fox with that just walks through the wall of force just with ease, and walks right up to the white fox and says, "I'm going to enjoy torturing you for at least 10,000 years for what you did to me." And the rocks, but like the rock of the floor starts to consume, and just like slowly, like the floor sort of melts, and this guy is consumed by the floor. And the little blue fox, once the white fox has been completely consumed into the floor, the little blue fox disappears in a puff of smoke, and this reality begins to unravel, and is replaced with the walls and floors of the Delith. And you are standing just in a room, and behind you is a door that is the door that's like very clearly marked with the 3, that it looks like the door that you came through. And in front of you in the room is a door that looks like the exit door that you saw at the Elven Seer's place.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
Well, there you go. All clean.
Weird.
Yeah, weird. I don't feel any different.
Don't feel any different, and my memory hasn't come back yet.
Shouldn't he get like slammed with his memory? Or...
So no, you
There
do
might be more
feel
to it.
like, I mean, yeah, you do feel like better, more at ease, and you can feel like a fog has lifted, but it doesn't all come like flooding back at once.
You feel better though.
That's good.
I got better.
All of the other shadows are like gone with that place, right?
Yes, yeah, you're pretty sure that they have all been taken by the Blue Fox to serve him.
Okay. Cool.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna go take a nap outside because this has been one wild journey.
Yes, I think we're all due for a rest, but not for long, unfortunately.
Should
We
we
have other duties to see to.
Well, now that the third floor is clear, we can head back to my people's lands. Oh, there we go. And
And
really-
before we do anything else, we're gonna take a little break because I gotta go to the bathroom.
all right.
So we're gonna take we've been at it for a couple hours, so we're gonna take our 10-minute break. If you are watching or watching on the VOD, whatever, we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
See you. in a
Also,
little bit.
my favorite.
And we're back. If I can get my shit together, we're really back. And we are headed here. After a short trek from, so when you arrive, the come on, words talking. The old elven seer is not there when you arrive. And like looking around, it doesn't seem like she's been there in a couple days. Now you do know it's been because of how things went down. It has been 3 months since you guys have been back here, so sort of not knowing what else to do, you head for the city nearby.
Is Lady Deba still sleep?
Yeah, when you arrive, sorry, my throat is still just so dry. You arrive to find Rylus is still there. He's taking care of people and stuff, or taking care of her. He's got a couple people there with him, and it's you could see that they now have rooms and have sort of renovated the floor above so that they're just are just staying here. You do notice some human faces among the crowd. As you are coming through, and that is not that was not the case when you were here before.
It looks like some people have been coming in. Are Gil and Timmons anywhere around? We haven't heard from them in 3 months.
Yeah, Gil and Timmons are still here.
Sure.
And have also found you a when you confer with them, Timmons is like, well, man, we've been wondering what happened to you fellas. We thought you might be dead.
I had to deal with some topsy-turvy, timey-wimey shenanigans.
Well, we found you an elven blacksmith, and we've explored a little bit of the region, and we just got back from the coast. There's some new fellows showed up over there. Seemed to be a pretty alright lot. One of them came back with us.
Oh? What sort of new fellas?
Well, the fellow that came back with us, he's a real nice young fella. He's got horns like old Alistair there.
Does he look like? Is he like human? Does he look like Alistair?
Yeah, better yet, what could you introduce him to us, or us to him, or both ways, whichever.
Well, yeah, that's what I was
falling apart.
That's what I was getting to. I just sent Gil to go get him.
Oh, nice.
Hey, here, there they go. They're coming around now. So, fellas, I want you to meet my friend here. This is Ren Ardera.
Oh shit!
What the? Oh, so I guess they did kill him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
I mean, I have no idea. None of us
It's
have any idea what this is.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ardera. My name is Daigle.
Nice to meet all of you too.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not much of a talker.
That's all right. So I mean,
You-
we heard you came ashore on a boat. I'm just curious where you're from, friend.
We came from the east. Um, it was, it was a trip.
I can only imagine. We only recently left through the Great Wall ourselves, so this great wide world is still relatively new to us.
Yes, and did you make the journey alone, or did others come with you?
Oh no, there's a bunch of us. They're all camped out on the coast. Um, there's a big group of us. I really don't know why they sent me to do the talking. Um, yeah. Okay, so
You're the shortest straw.
here's the whole deal. I got a thing I'm supposed to say. He like fishes around in his pouch, his like in his robes, and like comes out with a scroll, and he's like kind of fumbling his like staff, and like kind of like leans his staff at the crook of his arm, and, like extends the scroll. He's like, okay,
Alistair
we
discreetly face palms a little bit.
we the people of New Aton, by order of King Zirin Moonwatcher, do extend a peaceful hand towards a prosperous future for any of the free peoples of this land.
That's good to hear.
It's always nice to hear that someone wants to treat with us.
Don't know. I'm still going to roll.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
That is 100% a roll. It's like, oh yes, many of you came to our shores under the banner of peace. Right.
You do get a sense that there's a little bit more to it than that.
Like just me, Alistair, or does anyone else catch that? Or
No, Delith caught it as well.
and for what other reason would you brave such a perilous journey to our shores, friend?
Shoot straight with the sun.
Yeah, Alistair's basically just giving him the side eye, like, yeah.
I wonder how he
going,
reacts to
like-
me. Fucking statue. Shoot straight with us.
Also, out of character, I'm assuming that Rin is decked out in a bunch of like magical gear and like, you know, he probably looks legit, right? Like, or is he about the same as what we are?
Nah, he's about the same as you guys, actually. I mean, that character quit adventuring at what, like level 6, and you guys are higher level than that now. So, like, no, he's about the same. And he says,
Okay, here's the deal. We're in the middle of a war, and we kind of can't win it alone.
So you're seeking allies.
Yeah.
And who
And-
is the foe?
So to the east of here, sort of in between our lands, there is another land called Kynera. And Yeah. The king of Janaea is he's not a nice guy. He's a real bad guy. For one, he's a Draugr, but for two, he's also a lich, and we fought him and we repelled him from our lands, but we couldn't kill him, at least not all the way. And he has come to power again back in Janaea and is raising another army. And so we are looking for allies for the inevitable conflict to come.
Damn.
Well, might sound a bit. Where the fuck did that come from? This might sound a bit callous, but I'm not sure that we have a stake in this war of yours, friend.
Yes. What reason would there be, or what evidence would there be that that this king from Janaea would attack our people? Seems that this is a problem for your people. Why should we step in your mess?
Because it's only a matter of time before he's done with us, and he turns his eyes on you.
And are we like the next closest lands geographically from what he's telling us? To this?
We're on the other side, basically.
Yeah, it looks like what they're trying to do is they sailed from their area, from their kingdom, Nuatan, around Janaea over to here, trying to ally up with you guys to sort of pincer attack them from either side.
Well, see, that does sound like a problem. The other problem is that we also have our own problems. As I mentioned before, it hasn't been that long since our Great Wall collapsed, and that we've started exploring these lands. I don't know that we could muster much of an army to aid you in the first place. Not to mention that we've heard tales of warring tribes to our south and west.
Yeah, we've sent emissaries down there. I think we'll be able to negotiate with the I think they call them the lesser demon folk. I don't know, they give me the willies. But I think we can probably negotiate with them, but the greater demon folk, man, I don't know. They seem like a sort of a rowdy bunch for me.
Yeah, those are
Would
the
Rolius
ones
know?
we're worried
'Cause
about.
like the Snow Elves are directly in alliance with at least the lesser demon folk. So, like, and I mean Rylus is here too as the Chronicle. What just in terms of like the Snow Elves and like the lesser demon folk and like these kind of southern peoples, like what would Rolius know in terms of like a force we could muster together?
So
We're good.
So Rylus confers to you that that in terms of like what they're offering is like trade stuff and knowledge that that they have access to that is like borderline priceless. You know, like magics and technologies and stuff from the ancient world that they have figured out how to use and stuff like that.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Dago's
Uh,
always down for a good like.
well, yeah, but they're offering those things in return for help
Yeah.
militarily, and so the snow elves, Rylas confers, like the snow elves have just signed on because this like the snow elves can muster some forces, and so they've already sent like they've already sent their own diplomats and stuff like that, and are like full like forging an alliance.
Oh, I mean, okay. And then what did you say about the lesser demon folk again? Like we probably couldn't.
They jury is still out.
That would have to be like some more diplomatic.
I have a question, kind of, sort of related, but kind of unrelated. Would we have any reason to believe they may have connections with the other people that appeared here, like Dormangander and Ezek and Listens and those folk?
Well, because they have told us that they came from distant lands.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew that they had people coming on a boat.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah, I
well,
mean, like,
Daddy
for
Deep Eyes
sure
told us
was
that.
true because that
Yeah.
was fake Deep Eyes. So,
And I would assume he's been here long enough to know that Lady Deep Eyes is here.
yeah.
Okay.
And he also says that he tells you that like preparations are. He's like, preparations are underway. King Moonwatcher will be here within a few weeks.
To retrieve his queen, I assume.
You assume correctly.
Yeah. What we heard of him, definitely, that does not surprise me. We have some suspicions about her condition. I'm not sure how much you've been able to figure out for yourself since you've been here.
I've basically confirmed what Rylas has told me, that it's some sort of very powerful curse, and I figured out that it's tied into fox magic, but that's about it.
Would Rolius this is just like a random thought that came to my mind. With the Fox people here, like even though we're friendly with them, people still don't like really do a lot of dealings with them because they're kind of tricky and stuff, but they're not hostile in any way. Would Rolius being kind of like, or maybe I could roll something to like remember or figure this out, like being like a scout, an outlier for the Snow Elves, like would he know or have heard of any Fox peoples that like could maybe deal with this, like in the tribes to the west or to the east?
So you would not have heard of anyone sort of specifically, but you would think that would be a good place
to kind of start
look.
looking.
Yeah.
The mention of a curse and just kind of like feeling out some. Well, I want to test something. Can I take 10 minutes to do a spell on Lady Deep Eyes?
Yeah.
While Delith does his thing, Alistair would kind of just mention to wow, he knows that spell. Would mention to Rin that it's like if we were to join your if we were to join your alliance, we have an alliance of our own that we would need to confer with before we could commit forces to your cause.
Yeah, there's kind of like a
We
Couple
alone are
layered-
not able to
yeah.
speak on their behalf.
my people are kind of semi-allied with their people in the north and semi-allied with the demon folk. If all goes well, a greater alliance of all of our peoples would be good.
Also, just out of character, did Delith legitimately just do that?
Yeah, because I don't see any more
anything?
debuffs on her.
Yeah,
So
he-
no counteract check, just needed the correct spell, basically.
Yeah, he removed a curse. He cast remove curse. It was a curse.
Well, it was like that depend.
Yeah, there's a
We were expecting it to be a higher level, higher level curse than level 4. I mean,
no, I was literally waiting for you guys to get the ability to remove curses, and for someone to try it, or for someone to come collect her.
I was like, fuck it, I'll try it.
oh yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
that was easy, I guess.
Where's my easy button?
yeah,
We're talking about this, and Delith just goes, "I'd like to try something."
with his
Oh,
increase in
works.
increase in power since he was last year, and some clever thinking. Yeah, Delith purchased this curse from Lady Deep Eyes as everyone watches, and her eyes flutter open. I mean, she's still blind, but her eyes open, and she wakes up, and just like, again, she's blind, but she's looking around like she could see, and she is also looking around like she has no idea where she is.
Lady Deepa, as you are still within the encampment of my people, the Snow Elves.
Not without saying anything.
Just like you could see, just no recollection of.
Going to kind of read just to make sure, like this is Deep Eyes and not a possession. Just to kind of see if the aura is a little different at all.
No. This is her, and you think that this is a, like, she was probably not in control of herself the whole time she was here, and as such does not remember coming here.
You are in a place called what's this place called again?
You are in
Norai. You are in a place called Norai. You were here possessed by the spirit of a powerful fox, who we were able to drive out of your body, but she left you with a curse. There's a person here whom you may be familiar with, and some more on the way. And I don't know if Rin is in the room with this when this happens. If not, we're definitely sending for him.
Yeah, Rin is in the room. He is, just as shocked as everyone else, but is also excited. And he actually rushes off to send word to Moonwatcher.
Okay.
Sorry about hitting you when you were possessed, but it was dire straits.
I don't remember you hitting me, but it is more than repaid by the novelty of meeting a talking statue.
How do you know that he's a statue, or that they are a statue?
Yeah, give me pronouns, right? Damn it.
Yeah, I keep forgetting Delith is a they them, not a he him. My bad. How can you tell that they are a statue?
I can see their future.
So
Not
it is
the
true
first.
that you are a seer.
Huh.
In what isn't my future.
If only Roma Strauss was here to see Lady Diva this week.
I see visions of you singing and playing musical instruments.
That's pretty on point. But you forgot the lunges.
Crafted by the gods.
I thought I was watching a strange workout routine that he was planning.
Gotta keep limber, or else I stiffen up. And you're asleep for over 6,000 years.
Well, my lady, you've been asleep for a while, and we've made sure your body was taken care of. But are you hungry? Perhaps we could send for some food.
No, I need writing materials, ink, a pen, someone who can see to write.
And she just begins listing off things.
As you wish, my lady. And
Is
Alistair just whips out a writing set with everything. Because I've been carrying that the entire time. Pulls up a table, a small table and chairs, and just...
Of how everybody immediately sends for Lady Diva all the time.
Well, she is a queen. She's not our queen, but she's a queen.
And she's also an
Slay.
extremely powerful seer, so like she's basically just got a little something for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's hot.
Is one of you?
I have yet to
Kainos?
say a word.
And she actually asks,
Is one of you called Kainos?
Everyone probably slowly looks over in Kate's direction.
I just got,
Dago's just mouths like, how does she know?
I just got my axe like chilling on my shoulder. I look that'd be me.
And at Daigle's remark of how does she know, Alistair's just like, she's a seer. Like, duh.
I need your palm, please.
Okay.
Palm reading. We love that.
she takes it, like traces some lines, and she's like,
Interesting. Maybe.
and she lets your hand go.
That's it?
The road ahead of you is paved with skulls, and you will pay a hefty price. Many things will be given, yet you will lose everything.
Cool.
But at the end of the road, the salvation of everyone.
Well, I was literally about to contemplating sacrificing myself to the fox people to cleanse the shadows, so I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully it doesn't have to come to that.
So it sounds like I'm screwed, but at least everybody else will be happy. Which is fine.
Mm,
I'm sure your wife would disagree with that.
I'm sure I would disagree with that too.
He's strong. He'll be fine.
There are many roads, and the future is never set. It diverges and diverges. All we can do is seek a perfect and golden path.
Well, I guess we shall see.
Hmm. I guess we shall.
And as she says that, again, she's looking at you with blind eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Damn.
there was another thing that she's supposed to tell you. I gotta check my notes 1 second.
Hmm. The scarred bear has wicked claws.
The fuck does that mean?
The bear's got some claws, I guess.
Guard bear.
Oh, what is she writing, by the way?
She's
what
not
is
in shit.
Alistair
She's
writing?
blind.
Oh, who is she asking to write what?
Oh,
I mean,
she's
Alistair's sitting there with pen and paper. It's just that she diverted to talk to Kynos. So yeah, she hasn't said anything.
So basically, she would just have you transcribe a missive to Moonwatcher. And most of it would be just a pretty standard fare of like, "Hey, honey, I'm awake. Shit's crazy.
Come get me."
But there are two things that stand out to you that she has you transcribe, and I'm gonna put them in chat.
Oh.
Oh,
Sounds like after this Colossi thing, we got some red scales run with liquid light. Okay, so red scales and lay.
Sounds like Romstra's alter ego running around with some shit he shouldn't be.
What else is
Oh,
new?
you're right. Roma Strauss has red scales. I was like, what could have red scales? Holy shit.
Oh my god!
the character.
Obviously, he cares about the loss of his character.
I do.
Romastra's
I want
who?
him back. Then I would with great beast balls. Okay, well, we know we gotta get a great beast in the mountains, so maybe
That was
there's a
our next
volcano
go.
over there or something. Or it's
You can give me a
Referring to
lore,
the base.
lore check.
I think it's
have-
referring to the
I have-
Colossi we have to slay.
I don't have a Norai lore, but can I do society since I live in Norai lands?
Maybe it's a giant bear.
I was say like she
I'll
said
look at
the
private.
Doesn't matter.
she said the scarred bear has wicked claws. I wonder if that's the
Like that.
the beast is a
Get a
bear.
+1 row. We'll have a fun time with a +1.
So it's a 26.
The mountain that you think you're supposed to be going to is a volcano, but it hasn't erupted in thousands of years.
Would you say we're overdue? I mean, we don't know that, but
I mean,
And I'm like, is there any way
Yeah,
we
he-
could possibly
he
know
just
that?
he
Like,
knows it's a volcano. He's not a volcanologist.
Rylus, do you have knowledge of the last under what circumstances the last time that volcano erupted was? As the chronicle. or whatever you are.
He does indeed. Was the man to ask for stuff like that.
Yeah,
He
no,
flips
is the crown. Yeah.
flips through. It's been about 2,400 years, give or take, since the last time that it went off. But there have been no signs or anything in in recent memory. Like it's like the general consensus, per Rylas and all of his notes and everything is it's like it's dormant, it's dead, it's done. Because he shows that like for a while it was going off every like couple hundred years, like minor eruptions, or just like small lava flows.
Pleased to say I missed all those during my sleep.
All right. Well, we know. Well, we can assume that the volcano will erupt at some point soon. Though I'm not sure what red scales run with liquid light mean.
Maybe this is
Well,
a thing that,
considering. Sorry, Ed.
I was gonna say, well, maybe this is a thing that like only I knew, that either I forgot to tell you, but you guys would know. But Roma's like the clones all had like glowing teal eyes, so it very well could be that the clones
It'd be that they're all infused with Lege.
yeah.
Oh,
And red
could be.
scales does sound like Roma straws, so
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, considering the day we've had, I for one could do for a rest. Not to mention, I'm still feeling under the weather from some of the shadows we fought earlier.
And yeah, actually, with that, we're going to sort of wind down this session, because pretty much the next thing you guys are headed to do is headed south to the Great Beast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are sure as shit not getting into that tonight. So that will be next time, and we will bid our interweb friends and viewers adieu.
Thanks for hanging out, you guys.
Do all the stuff that the YouTubes would like you to do. We are a small channel. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, ring the bell.
Hit that alarm. Yeah, ring that alarm
Yeah,
bell, baby.
do all the stuff, and check back next week, because we're gonna have a for the players
Set
are
piece
familiar,
encounter.
but yeah, it's a big set piece encounter with a Shadow of the Colossus style foe. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Check back for that, and yeah, have a great night.
I have a wonderful time.
Whoa. Whoa.
What?
TM.
Whoa.